Hello, my name is Julianne, and I'm just taking a minute to introduce myself before I submit my videos to you for the casting. This is my dog Ash. Every time I speak, almost he has to make sure that I'm okay. Don't even get into if I raise my voice. He'll put his paw on me and be like, are you okay? So I'm just gonna leave that there. Well, I am a huge fan of the horror genre, so this is a very interesting and just very amazing opportunity that you're providing for actors and actresses that are also fans of horror. It gives us an opportunity to not just read off of a piece of paper, some lines, just gives us something to breathe some life into, some creativity before we get to what you've got going on. So I really love it. I think it's an awesome idea. So hopefully you're getting some really cool stuff to view. I can't even imagine just all the artistic juices flowing just to audition for the audition. So I'm one of those people, and I hope that you like what I send your way. It's a topic that actually really does scare me. So I had a friend locally come over. It brings me to get out of my shell. I'm like an extroverted introvert, so as soon as I saw the casting, I don't have like a lot of friends in town, but I reached out and I was like, hey, you want to come over and help me with something cool? So it gave me some socialization for the afternoon as well. But a little bit about me really quick. I have been a horror fan since back when I think kindergarten's my first memories of learning about anything scary. I had a friend that lived underneath us, and her mom was into Stephen King, and she shared a lot of it with her daughter that was also in kindergarten with me. And she would tell me about hands coming out of the ground and Bloody Mary, and I remember being really scared at first. And then I started to get really into it. I started to get like really just drawn to that energy that came around watching something scary, and then I just stopped getting really reacting scared, and more it was like a thrill of just the interest. And I started writing my own stories in about third or fourth grade, and by fifth grade I had kids in my school that wanted to be in my stories, and I would actually write deaths for them. They would get to kind of help out how they died, and they found one of my stories in a kid's desk and turned it into the principal. They called my mom, who was actually a children's screenplay writer, which is where I used to like read her script formatting books and all of her stuff, and that's kind of how I got into writing in the first place. So she was just really excited that I was writing, but then everyone's like, oh, the content's really disturbing. I took out all the sex at least and put in more violence because, I was in fifth grade. But they gave me an award. They didn't expel me or nothing. I got a little trophy, and it's one of the only things I've ever won. I'm really proud of it, even though you can like totally unscrew it. It's so cheap, but to me, it's everything. It's one of my best memories of bringing people together with my own creations, my own interpretations of my favorite horror films. So I just grew up on that and got more and more into the films themselves. Return of the Living Dead 3, Julie from that, and then Sleepaway Camp 2 was another favorite of mine. Chopping Mall. I really loved Cheerleader Camp too. I was into like the really kind of cheeseball ones, but I still really love those. And now one of my favorite genres is more so like the only thing that really scares me still is a lot of Asian films, because I don't like things that move weird and bend weird. Stuff like that creeps the fuck out of me. So that's me. That's what I do, and I got into acting just because I wanted more and more involvement with the things that I loved, and I love the little families that I create, or they're actually created, but I become part of them. So every time I leave a set, it's like, I don't have a lot of family myself except for what I've built. So becoming part of these mini families for a while, just making these movies, making these things together, and having that time, that's everything to me. Again, I own a toy store. It's mostly collectibles, action figures, mini bus, things like that. So that's kind of like my job. This I do because I enjoy it and I love it, and I love to travel, I love to meet people, and I love, again, just to hang out and have the experience of being part of something that has meant so much to me my whole life. So that's why I'm here. And yeah, that's me. That's one of my dogs. This is my room. I hope you enjoy my audition, and regardless, I love what you're doing. So no matter what, thank you for doing what you do.